In the heart of West Africa, a new kind of leader is rising. At just 36 years old, Captain Ibrahim Traoré now holds the fate of Burkina Faso, a country waging war against terrorism, corruption, and foreign interference. But who is this man? Some call him a revolutionary, others a threat. And why is the whole world suddenly fixated on a landlocked nation most people couldn't even point to on a map? Let's break down what's really going on in Burkina Faso, and why the world should care. Now, Burkina Faso, once known as Upper Volta, gained independence from France back in 1960. But let's be honest, the shadow of colonialism never truly left. Foreign corporations held tight control over the country's gold, corruption ran deep, and as extremist groups spread violence across the Sahel, Burkina Faso turned into a battleground. By 2022, it was chaos. Thousands had lost their lives, millions forced from their homes. The people's faith in government completely shattered. And then, something unexpected happened. In September 2022, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, a young, relatively unknown army officer, led a coup that ousted the transitional president. At just 34, he became the youngest leader in the world. But here's the thing, this wasn't just your typical power grab. Traoré promised to restore security, to break free from exploitative foreign powers, to give Burkina Faso back to its people. He moved fast. He cut military ties with France, ordered French troops out. Then he turned to other African nations and even Russia for support. Some called it bold, others reckless. But one thing was obvious. Traoré wasn't following the script. To many, he's channeling the spirit of Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso's legendary revolutionary, who was assassinated in 1987 after daring to challenge imperialism and corruption. Like Sankara, Traoré talks about sovereignty, African unity, and economic independence. He's joined forces with Mali and Niger, two nations that also recently pushed out their pro-Western regimes. Together they've formed the Alliance of Sahel States, swearing mutual defense against terrorism and foreign intervention. The message is clear: Africa for Africans. But it's a dangerous game. Western governments are getting nervous, accusing Traoré of partnering with Russia's Wagner Group, cracking down on dissent, and destabilizing the region. His government's banned French media, kicked out journalists, and taken a hard line against opposition. Supporters say it's needed for national security. Critics fear the return of authoritarian rule. Still, a lot of people in Burkina Faso are standing by him. In a place plagued by instability, Traoré is seen not just as a soldier but as a symbol of hope, resistance, and change. So what's next for Burkina Faso? The challenges are huge: poverty, extremist threats, humanitarian crises. But under Traoré, there's a new sense of drive. Schools are reopening. Local militias are getting trained to protect their own villages. And most importantly, the youth are waking up, hungry for a future that's not dictated by outsiders. Captain Traoré's certainly made enemies, but he's also sparked a movement. Will he succeed in building a new Burkina Faso, or will history repeat itself, as it did with Sankara? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: Africa is changing, and the world is watching. If you found this story powerful, eye-opening, or just different from what you usually see, hit like. Subscribe for more deep dives into global movements the world isn't talking about yet.